Adar Poonawalla, how will a person know that his body now has adequate immunity to be able to ward off that virus? Where does it get calculated? We know for those who are recovering from COVID-19 or those who think they may have had the virus but don't have it, there's something called the IgG antibody test. So you administer it to see whether your body's built antibodies. How will a person find out that the vaccine that you've administered to that particular individual has had some impact? How do we judge that?
Well, you have to do the S1, S2 and RBD tests to check your antibody levels, your receptor binding sites and receptor binding antibodies and all that, and also your T-cell responses. This is easily doable. A lot of labs offer these services, and one can check, at least let a month pass between your first dose, and then maybe you can have a look and compare scores with your friends and see how well you're protected. But as I said, in healthy age groups and people below the age of 50, even one dose has shown and demonstrated excellent results.
What's the guarantee that there won't be serious side effects? We heard from the government regulator saying that the side effects are minor, but there have been instances in the US, one here in Chennai with one of your vaccines. He claimed that the results, the blowback that happened in his body was on account of your vaccine. You of course disputed it. What's the guarantee, Mr. Poonawalla, that there won't be serious side effects after taking your vaccine?
Vaccines can always give side effects. The safety studies are designed to rule out that your vaccine doesn't give severe side effects. Now, the example that you're referring to was also ruled out by the Health Ministry and DCGI not to even be related to the vaccine. So I must clarify that no one today on this planet has had a severe reaction to the Covishield vaccine. Does that mean it can never happen after hundreds of millions of people are vaccinated? Of course not. We don't know. We have done all that we can by vaccinating thousands of people, monitoring them for months for safety, to ensure that we adhere safety first, and then of course all the other parameters. So no one can ever guarantee and say that nothing will ever happen, but so far nothing has happened, and as I said, that case was not vaccine related.
You put out a public statement saying the government should indemnify vaccine makers. In case there is a serious side effect, there shouldn't be a lawsuit. What's the current position on that? Has such an indemnity been built into the clause for procurement with the government? Is that something that you're insisting on? And from the customer's perspective, it basically means that God forbid, and I hope nothing goes wrong, but if it does, then the consumer will not have the right to be able to sue the vaccine maker.
Yeah, well, I got a lot of flack for that because people didn't fully understand where I was coming from. Let me explain. Of course, it sounds odd. How can you protect a company and not an individual? Even I would feel that that's odd if you just take it out of context. What I was trying to propose, or I am proposing, we've written to the government of India, all the vaccine manufacturers are united in this, and I, as the president of the Vaccine Manufacturers Association, has written this officially to the government to request this. Because like the US and other countries, only during the time of a pandemic, we all have to be united together. And why do we have to protect the companies? Because if I'm going to be sued or another company is going to be sued every month, because there could be a case related or not even related to the vaccine pending further inquiry, we are risking the reputation of the vaccine, the company, and most importantly, the immunization campaigns. Can you imagine if there's an injunction from a court in a particular state or even nationwide to stop an immunization campaign where millions of people will not be protected from the vaccine pending further inquiry? So these are the risks that, very rightly so in the West, have been assessed, weighed, and concluded that there has to be indemnification only during the period of the pandemic, because we're all here united together. We're all trying to reach the same objective of saving everyone's lives. So we all have to take some risk. We took the risk of making the product, doing all this. Now we only ask and plead with the government and the people of India to stand united with us, have faith that we've done all that we can for safety, and we don't risk the immunization campaigns from being stopped if there are lawsuits and injunctions from a court, because that even the government can't then overrule. So that is what I was trying to explain for a limited period of time.